I'd like to take this opportunity today to wish each of you an early Happy New Year. Today is a good time for us to reflect on this past year, the good things and the bad, the happy things and the sad. For me, there were several sad occurrences that wrenched my heart. Last January, I lost my sister Louisa to lung cancer, and I still miss her every day. Several long-time friends also passed away, and I know that I'm not alone in my losses, but that many of you have suffered them as well. Amidst all this sadness, there were also many joyful moments. For my husband and me, the happiest day was just 2 months ago when our granddaughter Ellie was married in one of the most beautiful and joyful weddings I have ever experienced. Of course, there were many other wonderful times as well. And I want you all to know that I never feel more joyful than when I am here at Holy Communion Church with all of you, my church family. And speaking of family, today is the Feast of the Holy Family. And in remembering my family's sorrows and joys, I thought about Mary and Joseph and how they too experienced many of the same things that we have. They were real parents with a real child and experienced all the problems that parenthood entails, only more so. They were the parents of a child who would become the Messiah, the Savior of the world. How's that for responsibility? They were the gold standard for parenthood, and they set the example for all of us. Imagine the agony they must have felt when they lost their 12-year-old son on a trip back from Jerusalem after the feast of the Passover. After searching for him for 3 days, they finally found him in the temple, where Mary said to Jesus, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been looking for you with great anxiety." Imagine the joy of their reunion. And then Mary and Joseph grounded their son for the next 20 years, which is why the Bible doesn't speak about Jesus until the wedding feast at Cana. Looking back over the past 12 months, we all have reason to be joyful and grateful for so many things, so many blessings. But while we're reflecting on the past year, let us also think about the times when we could have done better, the times when we should have done more, said more, loved more. Now, as you all know, Holy Communion Church is a full-service church, so I am here today to help you with your New Year's resolutions. Unless you think I'm just being preachy, these are all things that I also need to work on. First of all, let us resolve to pray more. To pray is to live in the presence of God. And Jesus said, "Remember, I am with you always." That's always, not just sometimes, always. And that's why everything you do should be a prayer. Pray at dawn, before you get out of bed, before meals, and in the evening, talk to God. When you hear a siren, pray for those who need immediate help. When you see someone who looks like they're struggling, pray for them. Don't just recite rote prayers, but really talk to God. Tell him your problems, your frustrations. Invite him into your decision-making. Ask God what he wants instead of telling him all the time what you want. And try to make your whole day a prayer. Love more. This includes your family, your friends, and even people you might be having problems with. But in doing so, you'll also be loving God. Smile. I'd like to see a big smile on everybody's face right now. Think about how that smile makes you feel lighter, happier. I think that feeling is God smiling back at you. And think about how that smile makes others feel. Consider that your smile might be the only one that person gets all day. So be generous with your smiles. They let the light into everyone's life. Be generous, not just with your monetary contributions, but also with your talents. Give of yourselves. give blood, volunteer, babysit. There's so many ways that you can be generous. Be forgiving. Forgive your loved ones and your friends for the times they have slighted or wronged you. Let go of your anger. You've heard the expression, let go, let God. Try it. You won't believe how much better you'll feel when you let God take up that burden that's been weighing you down. Be grateful. Each of us has been given so many gifts. Be thankful for them. Take time to appreciate a beautiful sunrise, a mountain vista, badly needed rain, a fresh snowfall, a joyful day, friends, family, food on the table, a roof over your head. Make use of your talents. Take time to figure out what they are and how to use them. Maybe someone could use a plate of cookies, or you could cook dinner for the youth group or the St. Luke's Monday night sessions. Volunteer your talents to help others. Be a smart reader at your local elementary school. If you're a computer guru, help others, because there's a lot of us out there that don't have a clue. If you're good at repairs or mending, offer to fix something for someone else. And by the way, I do mending and alterations, so feel free to come see me. Join a new ministry here at Holy Communion Church. Can you read out loud? Become a lector. We can always use more Eucharistic ministers as well, and you won't believe the joy that comes with sharing Christ's body and blood with your fellow parishioners. Or how about joining the hospitality team, or the welcoming crew, or the prayer team? Listen. Too often, we let our egos take over. Admit that you don't know everything, that you're not the center of the world. Listen to other people's opinions. Respect them. Learn from them. Be patient with others. Take a deep breath. Let go of your frustrations. And try to remember that that other person is probably trying as best they can. And just so you know, impatience is one of my big failings. Don't judge. Here's another one that I really need to work on. It's so easy to make snap judgments on someone's appearance or actions. Let God do the judging. Your job is just to accept others as they are. Be kind. Many times that's all another person needs. Be a shoulder to lean on. Be polite behind the wheel of your car and let someone else go ahead of you in a roundabout. Be encouraging. Practice empathy. And as a side note, in my opinion, kindness is a little bit selfish because it makes you feel so good. But that's okay. Learn something new this year. Take a class. Learn a new language. Visit our Holy Communion library and find a book of daily prayer meditations or devotions. Read the scriptures. Be healthy. Now, I know from personal experience that as we get older, we all start to fall apart. Try to forestall that by getting more exercise and improving your diet. Even if your arthritis is really bothering you today, like mine is, go outdoors for a walk and enjoy God's beautiful creation. Swim, ski, bike, go fishing, move. I promise you, you'll feel better. Go green. And no, I'm not talking about the ducks. Be ecological. Do something nice for this beautiful planet God has made for us. Try to use less plastic and fossil fuel. Pick up trash. Be humble. As Bishop Jim says, practice selflessness, not selfishness. Learn to compromise. Consider the opinions of others and put their needs before your own. Slow down. Meditate. Take a few moments each day to be by yourself. Or stop by the church and sit quietly with Jesus and the Blessed Sacrament. Take time to count the joys of your day. And as I consider all these resolutions, it strikes me that adopting even just a few will bring us closer to God. And isn't that why we're all here? And once again, Happy New Year.